a small village surrounded by mountains, lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. On the outside, he looked ordinary, but inside, his mind was like a storm. Endless thoughts, memories of the past, fears of the future. He couldn't sleep well. He had forgotten how to smile. Every day he whispered to himself, "Will I ever find peace?" The old wise man. One day, Marco heard about a quiet village far away in the hills. People said a wise old man lived there, a man who once worked as a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped thousands of people find calm in their restless minds. But now, the old man had left the noise of the city. He lived close to nature, offering advice to those who came searching. Marco's heart filled with hope. Maybe this man can help me. Maybe he knows the answer I have been searching for. The journey. Marco walked for days through rough paths and steep hills. Tired, hungry, but determined. Finally, he reached a small house covered with vines and greenery. On the porch sat the old man, eyes closed, face calm, as if the whole world's noise could not touch him. Marco stepped closer and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind never stops. I am restless. Please, teach me how to find peace." The test with the glass. The old man slowly opened his eyes, gave a gentle smile, and said, "If you truly want peace, I'll give you a small task." He filled a glass of water so full that one single drop could spill at any moment. He handed it to Marco and said, "Take this glass. Walk to the edge of the village and come back. But remember, not a single drop should fall." Marco nodded, surprised, but determined. Marco's walk. Step by step, Marco began walking. The road was busy. Children were laughing and playing. Dogs were barking. Shopkeepers shouted to call their customers. But Marco kept his eyes fixed only on the glass. He walked slowly, carefully, guarding every single drop. Finally, he returned. His face brightened with pride. "Grandfather, I did it. Not a single drop was spilled." The old man smiled again. "Well done. But tell me, Marco, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco shook his head. "No, I saw nothing. I heard nothing. I was only focused on the glass." The old man's voice was soft, yet powerful. "And that, my son, is the secret. When the mind stays in the present moment, there is no space for fear, no room for regrets, no storm of thoughts, only silence and peace." At that moment, Marco finally understood. Peace was not something outside. Peace had always been inside him, waiting for him to live in the present moment. Ending and moral, Marco bowed his head with gratitude. He was no longer the restless young man who had arrived. He was different now, calm, centered, at peace. And so, my friend, maybe this is the reminder you needed too. Peace is not hidden in the past. It's not waiting in the future. It is right here, right now, in this very moment. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who might need it today. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring tales, because sometimes a simple story can open the door to a new life.